the mockery of your own faith. If you pray and say, God, please protect us, all this problem that is happening, but you are ignoring the fact that the real people that should protect you against these armed terrorists, they are in bed with them, unfortunately. And if they don't do their job, the terrorists could walk straight into your own community anytime. Would you say God forsake you? Would you say, oh, God has forsaken me after I have prayed to you all this while? Why did you leave me? But it's you. Because he's not going to come down and start shooting the terrorist. No. It's either you get or go after those who are meant to keep you safe, or you start working on how to make yourself safe. There was a time I made a proposal on this platform years ago. I said, what is wrong if the mega churches in Nigeria are very truthful, not exhibiting this their establishment connection and the rest of that, which made them complicit, which made them part of the whole thing, right? That what is wrong if the mega churches in Nigeria decided to provide security for all of their outlets with the money that they have, protect your own churches, protect your members, make your churches sanctuary. Do you know that the Crusaders, those who they carried the cross, that brought, these people that brought Christianity to some of you in Africa back then, the Crusaders, do you really think they were just going about with a magical cross and they are using that to conquer everywhere? How about they were going with guns, swords? They were fighting war. They were defending their faith. That is what your Bible, I remember that should be what your Bible should tell you. Historically, person will just yarn anyhow in front of Jesus. Somebody come out lebe olùgbàlà. Jesus, don't say Jesus la kiri shore. Now they go about, they say he won't do help, he won't do help. As meek as as gentle as Jesus was, as he was, somebody said something or something happened where Jesus was. Somebody come on sword, one of Jesus' follower. What does that tell you? Or what did that tell you? It tells you that even Jesus, with his own disciples, they are also fighters, so ready for it. You know what I mean? To defend their own faith. What is wrong with the mega churches in Nigeria? To actually admit that, listen, faith alone is not going to keep our members safe. Not when you have those who are shouting Allah Akbar, grabbing people and slaughtering them, entering churches and, killing people. Like, what is wrong if we actually provide security enough that you can ward them off? What is wrong if these mega pastors, mega churches could actually use their own positions to pressure Tinubu's government genuinely this time around? Not maybe not for any other person than their own members. These are churches that have combination of over 100 million worshippers scattered all across different denominations of Christianity in Nigeria. You get what I mean? So similarly, for those who are Muslims, the sheikhs, the imams, all of these people, right? Powerful mullahs like that cares that their people are also being killed by these terrorists and they don't represent Islam. What is wrong if they stop using their position to control how government should handle the terrorists and start using that their position, right, to mount pressure on the government? Because mounting pressure on the government to do the right thing means your mumini and the muminats, mumini and mumina, because Yoruba, Yoruba Islam, I don't know what they call it in Sharia not. You get? Mumini and mumina, those who go to your mosque and all of that, your believers, they are victims of terrorism. So if government actually do its job, everybody feels safe. Everybody practices his religion peacefully, like we've actually thought we have been doing. So you get what I mean? Instead of trying to cherry pick the talking point why people still continue to be killed 4 years after that prayer, can't be like say the cause no work. Because right now, they have even gotten to Ijebu Ode. Ijebu Ode. Do you know the distance between Sahel, Futa Gallon, Futa Sadness, Futa Sorrow in the Sahel? Do you know the distance from that place to Ijebu? Djibouti. That's how much vulnerable Nigerians have become. So this is no longer about, what do you mean, prayer, this and that only. Well, people should be kind of like proactive. Watch this before I take you to Djibouti. This is combined.
Boni ya maize amara mboni ya maize ona na afia afọ onye Igbo me dobroba ejekpọrịa police from Abuja abịa kpụrụ nwanne ọkwụnụ fụdị egbe faji ọkwụnụ fịa ya Allah
do wickedness of our country now. Yes, leave us alone. Yes. We are just human. Leave us alone.
Okay. Yes. I
beg now, leave us alone.
Yes,
open your camera. Open your cameras.
If I open my camera, she una go leave us alone.
Yes.
Nah, lie. Say Allah, una go leave us.
Where are from?
I know you. Now which language una dey speak?
No problem. No problem.
No. Which language I go learn now? I go come back.
Asma. Jundi Mazlu.
Oh God. Hello there. You hear them now, so they don't carry the entire bush. Now football they
and Camry. Not be one bus, so almost
they scatter their bag, their luggage. They don't enter. They block them where?
Jesus Christ.
They bought the motor.
They now here they carry their pass. See one woman for up.
Hello? They don't enter bush. You see people, all this one wrong. Jesus. This thing is not too much now, eh? They also catch them. You say when they come, are you talking and say last week? And they don't come out. I said last week.
Last 2 weeks.
And more than they go.
Where they go?
Same pardon me.
Where they go?
One of they go, they don't enter.
Where they go?
And they don't enter bush.
Where they go?
They don't enter bush, more than they go. You know, don't be small thing on my brother. Hey, don't play.
Police dead there.
Police dead there. They don't come out. Police don't come.
Police
we don't
dead
get police. We don't get police, I beg. We don't get police.
Calm down now. Slow down.
This one are highest. Listen, why you talking? Say inside last week.
Inside last 2 weeks.
Jesus, you don't video us now.
All this was video room.
I don't want those people for them. Why? Because Jesus. This one no. I don't want to near one. Wait, let that one go back. You know.
man, finish this guy. I want bulletin now. You go.
Bulletin now, you go. This guy did not dog with this guy. Oh, I'm not going. Okay, steady, come on. Whether bulletin now, you go. Oh.
Bulletin time, body.
Bulletin time.
Maybe that blood. So come back, bros. Come back.
Oh, you just dog with this guy.
Come on for there, I make this video not show your face. Come on for there, come on for there. Bro, sorry, bush too from bush. I want come on for there, bush too much for this area. Bush too much. I want to down to come on for there, bro.
Pastor, ó ń ṣọ́ pastor àwọn àmọ̀jọ sticker ló ń ṣọ́ wa àṣẹ kò rí pé orí wa ti burú ìwọ má dídá ìpápá ẹ̀dá rin jẹ́ kí wọ́n bá àbùtàn jẹ kò jẹ́ gbèsè àgbẹ̀tọ̀ àbí kò gbẹ́rì tí kò gbé tí a fẹ́ jókòó tẹ̀ra gbẹ́rì tí bá yọ píù àwòyí àárín mo mọ̀ ní pé wà nínú báìbù pé ìgbà tó fẹ́ mú Jésù kọjá ní àárín òun ògèrí Jésù kí ni Jésù lò àfẹ́ rí ló lò ìwọ má dídá ayé bàjẹ́.
Yeah. So I combine those videos, right? Because they are like the scenes of where kidnapping just took place, where people have been taken and the number of people taken unknown and the demand still unknown around those states. In Uromi, the youth became enraged that they had to block the major road because they are just so exhausted by all of this. They have lost so many members of the communities to these Fulani terrorists. Every part of Nigeria right now, southern Nigeria, every part is completely occupied. They are like a sleeper cells. Every part, no part of Nigeria they are not. The west to the east to the Niger Delta, all these places. There's a new intel in town. For those of you in Enugu, in case if you have not heard, they said you have this hill that surrounds Enugu. They said when you get to the other side of the hill, you will see a sizable number of these moving foreign aliens, the Fulani terrorists. I'll show you that at some point, yeah? But now let's go back to the atrocities that they have gotten away with. And Nigerians are very much aware. In case if the criminal politicians in Nigeria are still living on this, their overconfidence because they believe they've managed to control access to information, and sizable number of the populace are not very much aware of what is going on. They've got no answer. That's the impression that these politicians are having, but maybe not. The terrorist who comes to town, right? One of them killed a deputy commissioner of police and took his entire uniform, plus his rank, his name, everything still on. And he attended a peace meeting where they had the Nigerian military, they had the Nigerian police in attendance. She already mentioned that, right? Let me show you.
Or capture any bandit leaders, they hold meetings with them. One bandit in Katsina killed an assistant commissioner of police and put on his uniform to come for dialogue in Katsina. He did not even discard the uniform. After killing him, took his gun, he wore that uniform with the epaulets in place, with the rank in place, and came to Katsina for an open meeting in the uniform of an assistant commissioner of police that he murdered. And you say you have government in Nigeria. So that's why we call for
revolution. Sure. But they asked, yeah, that's why Shure called for revolution. So when they asked the the police IG in Nigeria, the Betokun, of why are they allowing the terrorists wielding all these dangerous weapons to come to the open to attend peace meeting. Like, what the hell? The police IG, you know what he said? He said the reason why they couldn't arrest them was because these criminals, these terrorists came out to the public on their own volition. So which means they had an agreement that, don't worry, come, don't worry. Come and tell us that you will not do this again. Here is Nigerian police IG, who went to Washington to go and see Donald Trump's Secretary of War. Except, right?
Reported bandits coming out for peace deals, and you want to know what my reaction is to that. Criminals who want to embrace peace, we won't shut the doors to them. If they want to surrender, they are welcome. But that does not mean that we are going to relax on our onslaught on them. Question 2 from Adewale Kehinde, Swift Reporter. You want to know what we are doing about attacks on our men. Of course, severally, I have sounded warning to the public against attacking police officers on lawful duties. Attacks on our men is unacceptable. We don't accept attack on police officers carrying out their lawful duties. Severally have appealed to the public that if they feel that they do not agree with the conduct of a police officer, they should please report that police officer to the authorities. Every state has a command commissioners of police. Every division has a DPO. Every area has area commander. We also have the complaint response unit in all the states of the Federation, and their phone numbers have been displayed several times in the media. If you don't agree with the conduct of any police officer, don't attack that policeman. Report his conduct to his superiors. And I can assure you that such reports will not be dismissed. Reported.
Àmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ gbé kalẹ̀ yìí ó dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni tí ọpọlọ rẹ̀ yòrò tàbí ẹni tí Ọlọ́run fi síbi aláṣà àwọn ọpọlọ rẹ̀ bí ọpọlọ ikú. Ó jọ má bẹ́ẹ̀ tọpọlọ rẹ̀ ò tó nǹkan rárá tàbí ètò wà ń bẹ kó má tiẹ̀ wúlò má rárá. Àmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́.
So that's a Betoku. They killed an assistant commissioner of police. And the terrorists that did that attended a peace meeting. And how did the policemen, the senior police officers that attended, how did they probably feel when they saw the uniform of their colleague, their murdered colleague, on another terrorist, posting for video, pictures, and all of that? Like, they never felt like, oh, that could be me. Hey, I don't know. In Ijebu-Ode, ladies and gentlemen, before I even go to Ijebu-Ode, we are going to still go back to Edo. But before we go back to Edo, a police officer was at a drinking joint and probably far away from Niger State, where 315 children were kidnapped. For those of you who are in America, because I don't know how it's possible, we are a small place in the UK, so I'm going to use America. So for those of you who are in the US, right? Imagine it for a second that a school in Chicago, some armed group entered this school and then they kidnapped 315 children. What do you really think will be the reaction of the security agents in America? I'll tell you what I think will happen. Apart from the state police, state sheriff department, this department, that department in that state, the moment the news breaks you are going to see the, like your DSS, so you're going to see the FBI, CIA, this, da. All of them will move straight down to that state. You will see those that will be coming from nationally. You will see some, they will be bringing them back from internationally, from abroad. That they have to return to the US now. Something just happened. Some group of terrorists have taken 315 school children from Chicago. Do you get what I mean? Like it's going to be a national emergency, Abi? That is not something that a Nigerian can relate. A police officer was having a chat at a drinking joint, having a chat around what it is like